Good afternoon to all participants. On behalf of Sitara, I welcome you all to day 25 of Appendix 3 session. The topic for today is fixed asset register and updating accrual accounting system. Okay. To deal with the topic, we have with us D. Krishna Kumar Garu, AFA Books, who will take you through the topic. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the session. Now over to you for today's session, sir.
Good afternoon, Mani.
Yes.
I think I would thank Sitara for this opportunity actually. And this is a topic which is quite current, and everybody has doubts about these FARs, CACLs, and how to go about the entire preparation of the financial statements on the basis of the statements which we are preparing, and what is the latest methodology which is being adopted. कौन सा सिस्टम है जो लेटेस्ट है और क्या सिस्टम अडॉप्ट किया जा रहा है, उसके बारे में जानने के लिए हमारा ये सेशन चलेगा। तो सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, जो भी मटेरियल है उसको मैं चैट बॉक्स में डाल दिया, तो आप लोग सब लोग डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं और पढ़ सकते हैं। अभी भी जो भी प्रेजेंटेशन मैं यूज करने वाला हूँ, या
Sorry for interruption. Can I mute all the participants?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I continue, Mani?
1 second, sir.
Yeah.
Continue, sir. You can continue.
Now, आप हिंदी में चलेगा या अंग्रेजी में चलेगा? Any one of you can just give me a reply. I would need, I think I'll be getting a response, Mani?
Yeah, you will be getting response through chat box, sir, because everybody has been muted, so they will not be able to respond to you.
Okay, then any one of you can Hindi, पूरा हिंदी में हो ना? ठीक है यार.
You balance, sir, both Hindi and
थोड़ा इधर उधर दोनों में balance कर लूँगा, थोड़ा समझ में आ जाएगा सबको.
Yes,
that would be better.
That will be appropriate, sir. You can do like that.
That would be appropriate.
Because
Now, one of the most important things is
from southern side also, so like that.
Okay, wonderful.
Right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, yeah, can I continue, Mani?
You can continue. You can continue.
Yeah. Now, what is the objective of financial reforms which we are having? All of you know. Basically, examination purpose के लिए आप ढूंढ रहे, you're attending this session only for the purpose of examination बोले तो, then this material will be more than sufficient for you for actually passing the examination, because जो भी material आपसे share किया, this is the material which is available throughout Indian Railways. Everybody is using this material for the purpose of filling up the FAR forms. जो भी FAR forms है उसको fill up करने के लिए यही material use कर रहा है. So, I'm sorry, I had a call. Really sorry. Now I'm continuing. So this material is being used by so many people, and this includes the formats. FAR बोले तो क्या होता है? Fixed Asset Register. सबसे पहले ये financial accounting methodology बदलने का क्या कारण हो सकता है? What might be the reason why we should change to the new system? Is there any need for changing to the new system? And if yes, why? If no, why not? This is one of the questions which comes to all of our minds when we are going through the various materials. One of the major objectives of shifting to accrual-based system is to see that an outsider also can understand our system, our finances. रेलवे का फाइनेंसेस को बाहर का आदमी भी समझना चाहिए. माने बाहर का माने आउटसाइड रेलवे एनवायरनमेंट में जो भी होता है, माने कंपनीज होते हैं जो रेलवे में स्टेक होल्डर्स है, जैसे बड़े बड़े कंपनीज हैं जो रेलवे के साथ काम करना चाहते हैं, जैसे TCS है. You will have tomorrow you might have even Tata Motors coming to railways. They also want to get into railways. How they want to get into railways? By making investments. If anybody wants to come and invest into railways, how do they understand the financials? जब तक वो लोग अपना प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी नहीं देख सकते हैं, तब तक वो नहीं आएंगे. तो हमारा अकाउंटिंग सिस्टम जो है और उनका अकाउंटिंग सिस्टम में बहुत सारा फर्क है. There is a lot of difference between the accounting system of railways and the private organizations. They are governed by various they're governed by accounting standards which are designed by accrual Indian Chartered Accountants Association of India, Institute of Chartered Accountants Association of India. They are governed by those organizations. Excuse me. So when they are governed by such organizations, they will be having a set of accounting standards, and based on those accounting standards, they prepare the accounts, and so many accounting standards. I cannot discuss all those accounting standards with all of you in this one session, but what we will try to do is how are the accounts broadly based. Those things we will try to look into it. Now, I'll just share one PPT with all of you so that all of you also can see the PPT. I hope you are all seeing this PPT, no? I don't think. I'm trying to share one PPT with all of you. 1 second, let me share this. And then from here, I'll go to this particular screen, which will show me the. Now, I think all of you are seeing the screen. This is the, how are we preparing the financial statements and railways as such. The financial statements are prepared basically for the purpose of meeting various stakeholders. बहुत सारे stakeholders होते हैं, जैसे government होते हैं, taxpayers होते हैं. देख लीजिए, जब GST आया था, GST आते ही सबसे ज़्यादा taxpayer कौन हुआ? Railways is one of the premium taxpayers in the country. Today we are paying the maximum tax. Paying the maximum tax बोले तो हम लोग वसूल करके वो tax को हम लोग government को सौंप रहे हैं. We are remitting this tax to the government. So much of tax is being remitted by railways to the government by collecting it from various customers who are transporting the goods. See, this is one of the stakeholders who require our statement of accounts. You know what happened? I'm also in charge of this GST. जब GST का इंचार्ज हो गया तो GST का ऑडिट टीम आया था और हम उन लोग पूछे कि आपका अकाउंट्स कहाँ है, आपका P&L अकाउंट कहाँ है, आपका बैलेंस शीट कहाँ है. मैं बताया उनको कि रेलवे का अकाउंटिंग तो P&L और अकाउंट और बैलेंस शीट नहीं होता है फॉर्मेलिटी के लिए है, जो अप्रोप्रिएशन अकाउंट्स के साथ हम लोग गवर्नमेंट को सबमिट करते हैं. But that is not on accrual basis. It is not on accrual basis, and this is not the accounting which they are expecting us to show to them. So what I'm trying to tell you is, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे ऐसे stakeholders होते हैं जो financial information चाहते हैं. When they require the financial information, उसका format तो अलग है. बाहर का जो statements मिलता है, माने रेलवे के बाहर जो organizations होते हैं और जहां पे अकाउंटिंग होता है, उसका सिस्टम ऑफ अकाउंटिंग और रेलवे के सिस्टम ऑफ अकाउंटिंग में फर्क है. नाउ, व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ प्रिपेयरिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू ऑन एक्रूअल बेसिस? एक्रूअल माने क्या होता है? व्हाट इज एक्रूअल? बेसिकली एक्रूअल का अर्थ होता है, इट मींस वी आर अकाउंटिंग व्हाटएवर एक्सपेंडिचर व्हिच हैज टू बी इनकर्ड इन future, which is pertaining to this particular period, but which has not yet been cleared. which has not yet been expenditure incurred, but which has not been cleared. That you are accounting for it. And then you are accounting for also the earning which pertains, you're removing that earning which pertains to the subsequent period, but which has not been accounted in this particular period. How are we going to identify these areas? When you identify the areas of accrual impact, when you identify the areas of accrual impact, how are we doing it? We are doing it from the forms from which the changes have been brought to our books in our current methodology of maintenance. How we are going about, what is the objective of accrual accounting? The major objective is that the account should reflect a true and fair picture of the financial position, performance and cash flows. ये तीनों भी तीन अलग तरह के स्टेटमेंट्स में दिखता है. एक तो स्टेटमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट विच विल गिव यू द फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन, प्रॉफिट है या नहीं या लॉस है या नहीं, ये मालूम पड़ेगा. देन द फाइनेंशियल परफॉर्मेंस माने अपना एसेट्स कितना हम लोग बनाए, बैलेंस शीट दिखेगा. प्रीए में एग्जाम लिखने के लिए आपको एक कंपनी का बैलेंस शीट बनाना पड़ेगा. जब एक कंपनी का बैलेंस शीट बनाना है तो उसमें आपको मालूम पड़ेगा कि कितना एसेट्स बढ़ गया है, वो प्रॉफिट जो कमाए आप वो किस एसेट में जाके बैठ गया है, एंड यू विल आल्सो नो इफ देयर वाज एनी लॉस, वेयर कौन सा एसेट में घटौती हुआ है, जिसमें कमती हुआ है. यू विल आल्सो बी नोइंग दैट पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट. नाउ व्हाट अबाउट द कैश फ्लोज? कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट क्या दिखाएगा आपको? कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट ये दिखाएगा कि आपका जो भी आमदनी या लोन्स का जो पोर्शन है उसमें से कहाँ पे आप खर्चा करें. वेयर इज इट दैट यू हैव स्पेंट द मनी? आपके पास जो भी पैसा आया है वो आप कहाँ पे खर्चा करें, उसको आप एसेस कर सकते हैं अगर आप बैलेंस शीट कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट चेक करेंगे. तीन मेजर स्टेटमेंट्स बनते हैं एक्रूअल अकाउंटिंग में. एक होता है P&L अकाउंट, दूसरा बैलेंस शीट होता है, तीसरा कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट होता है. Now these are the types of statements which are prepared in accrual accounting. Now once you have seen these statements, ये statements करने के लिए क्या रास्ता है, अपना present system of accounting में से हम लोग ये statements कैसा बनाएंगे. इसका आपको दो तरीके हैं, एक ट्रांजैक्शन बेस्ड मेथोडोलॉजी और दूसरा ग्राफ्टिंग मेथोडोलॉजी. ट्रांजैक्शन बेस्ड मेथोडोलॉजी को उसको बोलते हैं जो ओरिजिनेशन ट्रांजैक्शन जब ओरिजिनेट हुआ तभी आप एक्रूअल अकाउंटिंग के सिस्टम में ला लिए, लेकिन अपना सिस्टम वो नहीं है. हम लोग कैश बेसिस सिस्टम में हम लोग अकाउंट करते हैं. माने जब बिल आके फाइनली एब्स्ट्रैक्ट बनाया जाता है, चेक का एब्स्ट्रैक्ट बनाया जाता है, तब तक आप अपने बुक्स में ट्रांजैक्शन को नहीं लाते. अभी जो सिस्टम ऑफ अकाउंटिंग है, तो ऐसे ट्रांजैक्शंस को हम लोग आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं. वी विल आइडेंटिफाई सच ट्रांजैक्शंस wherein this accrual impact is there and we prepare the statements. What I'm trying to communicate to all of you is that the accrual impact is in those areas because of the nature of accounting we have got. जैसे एक बिल पास करे तो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट जब तक नहीं बनाया जाता है तब तक आपके हिसाब में आप नहीं लेते हैं. When you are not taking it into your books of accounts, then you see that asset has been created, but it has not been reflected in the books of accounts as an expenditure at all. Then does it not mean that you are not going to include that expenditure for the purpose of arriving at the cost of service? Cost of service मैं एक बहुत important word के बारे में आप जिक्र किया है यहाँ पे. कॉस्ट ऑफ सर्विस का अर्थ क्या होता है? 1 किलोमीटर ट्रेन चलाने के लिए आपका खर्चा कितना हुआ है, असली खर्चा कितना हुआ है, that you should be able to arrive at. Now whenever we are not including the entire expenditure which has been incurred for a particular work, for a particular transportation, how can we reflect that expenditure in the, how can we take that expenditure into the books of accounts at present? We cannot take it into account. That is why we have to prepare our books of accounts on the basis of accrual system. Only when we prepare the books in the accrual methodology, we will be able to assess the cost. How are we going to capture this information? They are captured, the grafting methodology जो है, accrual impact areas को हम ढूंढ लेते हैं और उसको हम लोग fixed assets और current assets and current liabilities बोल के बताए, बस fixed assets, current assets और current liabilities. Opening balances of previous year हम लोग कैसे बनाने वाले हैं, accrual accounting में कैसे shift होने वाले हैं. एक कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स आप देख सकते हैं. इसके पहले मैं डिस्कस कर चुका हूं इसके बारे में. फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स 3 ही स्टेटमेंट्स होते हैं ये एक्रूअल अकाउंटिंग सिस्टम में. एक तो P&L अकाउंट है, दूसरा बैलेंस शीट है, तीसरा कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट होता है. और बैलेंस शीट में आप जानते हैं सब लोग एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज होते हैं और एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज में करंट एसेट्स और नॉन करंट एसेट्स भी होते हैं, करंट लायबिलिटीज और नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज भी होते हैं. तो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में हम लोग क्या क्या अकाउंट करते हैं, एक इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर, इनकम और एक्सपेंडिचर दोनों को हम लोग ये करते हैं, अकाउंट में लेते हैं. तो अगला स्लाइड है, आपको अभी बताया कि ग्राफ्टिंग मेथोडोलॉजी हम लोग यूज कर रहे हैं. ग्राफ्टिंग मेथोडोलॉजी यूज करते वक्त वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज FARs बनाते हैं. सबसे पहले रेलवे में हम लोग डिप्रिसिएशन मेथोडोलॉजी कहीं भी यूज नहीं करते बल्कि बहुत लोग बता रहे हैं. वो सही है या गलत है? Anybody in chats can tell me the question. Depreciation accounting, is PPT not visible? Hello? Anybody can, is PPT not visible, please? No. Okay. I'm just sharing once again the PPT. I'm just sharing the PPT. Is it visible now? Yeah, thank you. Then I'll go back to the slides actually. I'll go back to the slides once again. And this PPT now you can see all of you. See, in this, in the first few slides, I'm going to repeat the whole thing once again. See, the objective of accrual system is to provide a true and fair picture of our accounting. Number one, examination में लिखने के लिए सबसे पहला point वही है. दूसरा point होगा, when you prepare the accounts on accrual basis, you will be able to arrive at the cost of service rendered. You will be able to arrive at the cost of service rendered. Where is this cost of service rendered going to be used? Examination में लिखने के लिए एक ही लाइन लिख सकते हैं आप, that the cost of service rendered will be used by an independent authority which is going to be there in railways. That is called Rail Development Authority. Rail Development Authority में ये cost of service accrual basis system पे जो बनाया गया है उसी को यूज करने वाले हैं. इसीलिए FARs, इसीलिए accrual accounting system की important जरूरत है. Okay, next one. There are three set of statements which are needed. One is your financial performance, which is reflected in your P&L account, then the financial statement, which reflects your assets and liabilities, which is reflected in your balance sheet, and third one is your cash flows. कहाँ से cash आया और कहाँ पे आप खर्चा करें उसका डिटेल्स आपको इसमें से मिलेगा, कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट से। ये 3 स्टेटमेंट्स आपको डिटेल्स कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट से मिलेंगे। ये 3 स्टेटमेंट्स बनाएंगे एक्रूअल सिस्टम में। नाउ ये एक्रूअल सिस्टम में फिर रिपीट कर रहा हूं, दूसरे तरीके में एसेट्स और लायबिलिटीज होंगे बैलेंस शीट में, और करंट एसेट्स और नॉन करंट एसेट्स भी होंगे, और करंट लायबिलिटीज और नॉन करंट लायबिलिटीज भी होंगे बैलेंस शीट्स में, और P&L अकाउंट में प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट। आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ यू नो अबाउट दीज थिंग्स बिकॉज यू वुड हैव बीन ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर balance sheets and P&L accounts from current for this 3A examination, right? The next one is, I was talking to you on the various methodologies which are there for the preparation of financial statements on accrual basis. When you are preparing this financial statements on accrual basis, you will find that we are using only the grafting methodology and not transaction-based methodology. When it means, what do you mean by this grafting methodology? In the grafting methodology, what we do is we take the opening balances, which become opening balances, which are the closing balances of the previous year, and add the accrual, the cash basis system, and reduce or add the accrual impact statements. Now, this will give your accrual impact financial statements which are prepared on grafting methodology. इसका अर्थ क्या होता है? Actually, FARs, fixed asset registers, current asset registers, and you have current liabilities statements. All these statements are the basis for the preparation of accrual-based financial statements on grafting methodology. Now, what are we going to do here? Actually, when we are talking about this particular thing, what are we going to do? We will first identify, what we will do is we will identify which are the fixed assets which we have created in the financial year, and add it to the previous year's assets what we are having. Then we try to identify the data which has an accrual impact. Now, what will happen in this fixed asset registers? Fixed asset registers में क्या-क्या रहते हैं? What are the various types of fixed asset register statements which are there? All those things are there in the files which I have already placed in the chat box. I'll just give you a sample of it. See, FAR 5 deals with your rails, sleepers, then your other track fittings, and you also have ballast. All these things are dealt with in FAR 5. What is this FAR 5? Fixed asset register. Full form of FAR 5 is fixed asset register. I will share with you how an FAR format will look like. FAR fixed asset register का format कैसा है? I'll share it with you in a few minutes. Then you identify. The second step will be identification of the data having accrual impact, and the third will be the preparation of a trial balance on the basis of the account current to the categorized items. Mapping is already been done, and we are doing everything in a system. Today I will show you the screen of the system also, which is there in place. So the first is fixed asset registers, identification of data having accrual impact. This is done through CACLs. This is done through identifying CACLs. What do I mean by CACLs? CAs are current assets and CLs are current liabilities. And then we also identify which are the other areas wherein you may have an accrual impact. Then we prepare the trial balance. Now, what happens in the fixed assets? What is the difference which is in the existing system of accounting and the previous in the accrual based system of accounting? One major factor is depreciation. Depreciation क्या है भैया? ये क्या होता है? हर साल हम एक एसेट को यूज करते हो कब उसका वैल्यू घटते जाता है, उसका वैल्यू घटते जाता है क्योंकि हम यूज कर रहे हैं उसको, लाइफ उसका कम होते जा रहा है ना। तो हम लोग उस एसेट को जब यूज करेंगे उसका वैल्यू को जितना लाइफ है उसका, उस पीरियड में हम लोग उसको राइट ऑफ करते हैं, हम राइट ऑफ कर देंगे। इसको बोलते हैं डेप्रिसिएशन, इसको बोलते हैं डेप्रिसिएशन। डेप्रिसिएशन इज द सिस्टमैटिक राइटिंग डाउन द वैल्यू ऑफ एन एसेट ओवर द लाइफ ऑफ एन एसेट, दैट इज कॉल्ड डेप्रिसिएशन। इसके मेथोडोलॉजीज कितने हैं? बहुत सारे मेथोडोलॉजीज हैं, लेकिन सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट दो मेथोडोलॉजीज है जो हम लोग यूज करते हैं। एक उसको बोलते हैं स्ट्रेट डाउन रिटर्न स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथोडोलॉजी, और दूसरा मेथोडोलॉजी है रिटर्न डाउन वैल्यू। ये दोनों सिस्टम्स में हम लोग जो रेलवेज में इंप्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं वो स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथोडोलॉजी है। बहुत सिंपल है, अगर 100 रुपये के लिए एक एसेट को खरीद लिए और उस एसेट का लाइफ 10 साल है, तो हर एक साल 100 में से 100 डिवाइडेड बाय 10 विल गिव यू 10 रुपीज। सो हर साल हम घटा देंगे वो एसेट का वैल्यू 10 रुपये से और अपने P&L अकाउंट में डेबिट डाल देंगे 10 रुपये का हर साल। इसको बोलते हैं स्ट्रेट लाइन मेथोडोलॉजी। माने asset value is divided by the life of the asset and in equated monthly installments, annual installments, that value of the asset is depreciated to that extent and the debit is given to the P&L account. This is called depreciation. Now, the second aspect, identifying the various areas of data which has an accrual impact. One of the most important areas where you have this accrual impact is advance earnings. Advance earnings. Advance earnings हमको कहाँ से मिलता है? PRS से, पैसेंजर रिजर्वेशन सिस्टम से हम लोगों को 4 महीने का एडवांस अर्निंग मिल जाता है। माने अप्रैल फरवरी में ही हम लोग मई के अर्निंग्स हम लोग ले लेते हैं पैसेंजर से। तो जो भी कमाई, व्हाट इज अप्रिसिएशन? वंडरफुल क्वेश्चन। एक आदमी तो अप्रिसिएशन का अर्थ होता है, डिप्रिसिएशन का अर्थ है घटाना, अप्रिसिएशन का अर्थ है बढ़ाना। अच्छा क्वेश्चन है आपका मिस्टर सिंह। अप्रिसिएशन कौन सा एसेट में होता है? आप आराम से बता पाएंगे कि कुछ भी एसेट है क्या जिसका वैल्यू बढ़ते जाएगा? एनीबॉडी फॉर दैट मैटर? या प्लीज हिना, यू कैन आंसर। Unmute yourself and then speak, Hina.
So land.
Land, absolutely right, land. Is there any other type of asset which will appreciate, Hina? Goodwill, yeah, very good. And what about gold? Gold does appreciate, but no company will be buying gold.
Yes, sir.
And one more type of asset which might appreciate in value. Any other type of asset? And that is why you will find that for land alone they have not provided depreciation because it is dealt in FAR1. Building के लिए depreciation होता है लेकिन land के लिए depreciation नहीं होता है. So this is one thing, skill. Wonderful, yeah. I think Satish Himanshu, please raise your hand. I want to speak to you actually. It's a Satish Himanshu. I'll unmute you if you raise your hands. I'm very happy that I've got a very interesting. So, Mike, not trouble. Okay, no problem. One of the very interesting questions which I have got here is, skill is something which will keep appreciating but will not depreciate. Can we value skill? Are we in a position wherein we can value skill? Hina, you can reply to me.
Yes,
Are
sir,
we-
we can. We can.
Can you value skill? Can you put a value to it?
No. Value we can't put skill.
That's
Yeah,
what.
sorry.
Actually, I would like to share with all of you, there are only three types of assets which are being, three areas where valuation is being done everywhere in the world. Only three areas. There are only three areas. They are securities. Number one, securities. Securities माने क्या होता है? Shares, bonds, debentures. उसको बोलते हैं securities. Anything which can be sold in the market and stock exchanges and other places, they are called securities. Financial instruments है वो. Then you have what is called land and building, जिसका valuation होता है. And you also have plant and machinery. Only three areas. तीन ही area है जहाँ पे valuation हो सकता है. और ये जो skill है, is impossible to value it. And that is why you will find in every organization that some organizations are growing very, very fast and very, very well. Some are not at all growing. It's because the skill element is something which has not been valued anywhere. And that is the difference. That is the significant difference between good and ordinary organizations. So skill is something which is wonderful. I mean, I'm really happy that I got a very good reply from Mr. Satish Himanshu. Skill is something which is not going to be there and which can never be valued. Okay, coming back to our subject. And actually, when it comes to the updation, I hope the PPT is moving now along with all of you. I think, Hina, you can mute yourself. Now, this is the PPT moving? Okay. How are we doing this updation of fixed assets register? And in various formats, we got so many formats of this fixed asset registers. And I'll share with you all the formats also. And date of the most important aspect which we all have to remember is the life of the asset. The life of the asset. We should be able to identify the life. How do we identify the life? Where is it given? As per the guidelines which have been given to us, it is stated that life of the asset will be according to our financial code. If that's the case, then what is the life of a computer, minimum life of a computer in railways? Anybody? Anybody can raise their hands. What is the life of a computer? Anybody? Right, Himna? Go ahead. Vinod Tripathi?
Sir, 3 years.
Yeah, wonderful. Vinod ji, is
Yes,
it
sir.
3 years?
5 years, sir.
Life of a computer.
Yes, 5 years.
5 years, 3 to 5 years is the life of the computers, but then they are taking the minimum scale. Minimum kitna hai? 3 saal hai.
Yes, sir.
We are taking 3. Now, another question which I have for all of you is, what is the life of furniture? Anyone can raise, apart from those people who have already. Anil ji, Anil Kumar ji.
Hi, sir.
Actually, it is 5 years.
Five.
Yeah, somebody in our codes they have given 5, but actually they have fed we have to feed 10 years in our FARs. This is the guideline as per ICAI. We have to feed 10 years in the FARs. Recently, I have just seen so many FARs being rejected just because of these two factors. That is, depreciation years जो ले रहे हैं गलत लिए. When you take the depreciation years wrongly, what will happen is the assessment of the value of the asset will go wrong, and automatically your FAR statements will go wrong. That is what has happened. So it is very good answers I'm receiving from all of you. The response has been excellent. Thank you very much for the response. Right? Let me go to the this slide. If any one of you has, excuse me, 1 second. If any one of you has any questions, you can type down here. I will share the answers here. Now, how are we identifying? Excuse me. Hello. Oh, good afternoon, sir. Sorry, I'm resuming once again. See, these are the 4 areas where the actual accrual impact हम लोग कैप्चर करते हैं. PRS earnings हम लोग advance earnings में भी बताया already. Advance accrued earnings due but which have not been taken into account, bills, receivable or demands recoverable, DRBR. ये दोनों areas में accrued earnings आते हैं. And then services for which we have to pay 90%. You will find that DP में जो भी suspense balances में जो भी होता है, they are payments which have to be made. Not all suspenses, but certain suspenses will be coming into this payable service. जैसे taxes में GST का details हम लोग जब देते हैं, that will come into payables which pertain to the previous year. माने आपको एक example बताऊंगा. GST का पेमेंट कब होता है? मार्च का GST का पेमेंट कब होता है? Anybody has an idea? If you can raise your hands, I will tell you. मार्च का liability कब हम लोग clear करते हैं? I'll give the answer for it. It is 3 persons have raised their hands. Anybody who has raised? Gupta ji, you can reply.
No, sir. I have reply only for furniture date.
Okay, fine. Anybody else wants to reply for this? Tripathi ji.
sir, April month is the
April month में कौन सा डेट? 20 तारीख. 20 तारीख को 20 अप्रैल को मार्च का लायबिलिटीज क्लियर होते हैं.
yes.
See, when you are clearing the March liabilities in the month of April, उसको तो कहीं ना कहीं सस्पेंस में रखना पड़ेगा. तो ड्यूस है ना, ये महीने का ड्यूस है, ये साल का ड्यूस है, अगले साल में क्लियर कर रहे हैं तो आउटस्टैंडिंग में लेना पड़ेगा. That is what is reflected here by payables. Now, अकाउंट करंट बना रहे हैं हम लोग. अकाउंट करंट और ट्रायल बैलेंस में क्या फर्क है, ये स्लाइड में दिखाई देगा आपको. अगर किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो पूछ सकते हैं या हाथ उठाए तो मैं उनको अनफ्रीज करूंगा. Okay. Now, what I can see here is in account current, it's only a receipt and disbursement for the particular year, whereas the trial balance will contain all debits and debit and credit balances. Okay. ये account current में ये महीने का जो भी outgoings और receipts है उसका होगा. See, आप account current का एक पिक्चर नक्शा देखे तो आपको एक ही दिखेगा कि उधर एक तो होगा either you will be having your what is called your receipt statements of outgoings and statement of receipts. लेकिन ओपनिंग बैलेंसेस कैरी फॉरवर्ड नहीं होंगे, लेकिन ट्रायल बैलेंस में ऑलवेज ट्रायल बैलेंस कब बनाते हैं हम लोग? एक्रूअल अकाउंटिंग में बनाते हैं, उसमें ओपनिंग बैलेंसेस भी आके गिर जाते हैं. तो एंड इट विल आल्सो इंक्लूड द बैलेंसेस एक्सपेंडिचर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ईयर. ये अकाउंट करंट में से तो अप्रोप्रिएशन अकाउंट्स बनते ही हैं. ठीक है. I try to just bring the difference between the account current and trial balance, and the same thing is continuing here. You can just go through, and you also have the demand number 16. Demand number 16 में जो भी कच्चा होता है हम लोग क्या फर्क है, and FARs fixed asset registers में जो fixed assets create करते हैं उसमें क्या फर्क है. That also you can see here. Again, the differences we are trying to bring out. Lots of differences are there. Please go through this PPT because I cannot cover the entire syllabi here. I want to show you the latest on FARs and how we are going about. So let me just show you. I'll show you the screens. Reconciliation of expenditure कैसा करते हैं हम लोग, ये भी आप देख सकते हैं और पढ़ सकते हैं और समझ सकते हैं. Then if anybody requires any clarification on this subject, please tell me. I will again clarify those points specifically because I've shared this PPT already with all of you. Okay. Now, I'll just close this PPT and share. I'll take you to the live screen of ARMS. I'll try to take you to the live screen of ARMS. What is ARMS? Anybody? ARMS. अब सुने इसके बारे में? ARMS के बारे में सुने क्या? Anybody?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, participant, please raise your hand. I will unmute. Sir,
Any-
it is a question answer session, na?
Yeah, you can have it. ARMS session also. What I'm trying to do is I want to have their involvement, Mr. Nageswagar.
Now it is continuing lecture.
Yeah, I'm continuing.
Okay, sir. Please carry on, sir.
Okay, thank you. See, I've taken you to another screen. Are you all seeing this new one?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Now, this is the actually the system which has been designed for capturing the data, capturing the accrual impact forms. Each and every accounting unit, हर एक accounting unit जो है, उसको ये forms, अभी तक हम लोग FAR के बारे में बात करें, CAS के बारे में बात करें, that is current assets के बारे में बात करें, और CLs के बारे में भी बात करें. When we have talked about current assets, current liabilities and fixed asset registers, ये कहाँ से हम लोग, how are we going to prepare and where are we going to upload all these forms? ये forms पूरा कहाँ पे upload करते हैं? This is the particular system in which you have to upload all the details, accounting unit wise. Accounting unit wise. इसमें अगर आप देखें तो this dashboard is actually pertaining to accounting reforms AFA, who will be actually validating the returns which have been submitted by the various accounting units. You can see for 2017-18 एक accounting unit यहाँ पे है जिसको बोलते हैं बोगी यादगिर यूनिट, ये अकाउंटिंग यूनिट है। इसके FIR रजिस्टर्स का डैशबोर्ड में दिख रहा कि हर एक ग्रीन है ना, हरा, पूरा हरा, एवरीथिंग हैज बीन अपलोडेड फॉर द ईयर 2017-18। अभी इसको बदल देंगे 2019-20 में। अब देख लीजिए रंग बदल जाएगा, पूरा लाल लाल दिख रहा है। लाल माने दे हैव नॉट अपलोडेड। ये FIRs क्या क्या है और कैसे कैसे अपलोड करते हैं ये देखना चाहिए हम लोगों को। तो आपको मैं लेके जाऊंगा FIRs में, एक एक FIR डिटेल में एक बार चेक कर लेंगे, ठीक है। आई एम नाउ गोइंग टू शो यू द FIRs एज सच एंड व्हाट is to be filled in those FIRs. If you want me to go into all the details of the FIRs, I'll go into each and every FIR, or I'll show you 3 or 4 FIRs which are very, very important. First, I will take you to FIR 1. FIR 1 में लेके जाऊंगा आपको, जो it will show you the amounts which are relating to land. This is FIR 1. I hope all of you are seeing this. Nageswara garu vinipistundandi?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Visible.
Yeah.
See here, if you see the FIR 1, you will see the stockholders code. Stockholder माने यहाँ पे land holder है, जिसका नाम है, उसका एक कोड दिया जाता है, and land का particulars, plot का reference number, blocks, kilometerage. You will also have the signals, what is RHS and LHS. Everything is captured here in this particular form, FIR 1 में। लेकिन एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, अभी आप लोग हाथ उठा के बताए कि FIR लैंड के लिए अप्रिसिएशन है और डिप्रिसिएशन नहीं है। इसीलिए इसमें आप देखेंगे कि we do not have any depreciation in this particular land. Let me take you to another FIR, which is FIR 2. When we go to FIR 2, you will find that FIR 2 में buildings है। FIR 2 buildings है, तो buildings में क्या क्या problems आ सकते हैं। FIR 2 में buildings है। Now I have taken you to buildings. अब देख लीजिए ऑलमोस्ट द सेम टाइप ऑफ फॉर्म है, लेकिन यहाँ पे आए तो तुरंत मिल गया भैया बिल्डिंग्स में क्या है, डिप्रिसिएशन, रेट ऑफ डिप्रिसिएशन कैसा है। यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला ही देख सकते हैं, 1/R8 है। R8 क्या है भैया, यहाँ पे क्या लिखा हुआ है, लाइफ ऑफ द एसेट एज पर कोडल प्रोविजंस, 70 साल दिया हुआ है यहाँ पे। अब वैल्यू हम लोग कैसा कैलकुलेट करते हैं, हम लोग कैसा कैलकुलेट करते हैं, वैल्यू ईयर ऑफ एक्विजिशन, वैल्यू कितना है, टोटल कॉस्ट कितना है, और लाइफ ऑफ द एसेट डिवाइडेड बाय value divided by the life of the asset. What is the rate of depreciation and what is the value, कितने साल हो गया है, ये वैल्यू कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा अगले साल के लिए। This is what is for buildings. Now let me take you to a very interesting area, which is FIR 5. I'll show you FIR 5 and then I will show you FIR 12 and 18. These are the 5 distributions which I'll be showing you, so that you will have an idea about how FIRs look like, and how I'll also show you how a filled up form will look like. एक filled up form कैसा दिखेगा वो भी दिखाऊंगा आपको. तो hello, anybody has raised the hands? Mr. RK ji.
Sir, can I unmute? Okay.
Yeah, please.
Please unmute. Yeah, Mr. RKG, please unmute and.
Yeah, you want me to continue, Nageswara Garu?
Yeah, continue, sir.
Okay.
I is unable to speak to you.
Okay. I'm continuing.
End of session, we'll unmute all and we'll make it as interactive. Then any session queries.
Okay. Okay. Now this FAR 2 देख लिए हम लोग. Now we will try to see also FAR 5. I told you I'll show you FAR 5, and right now I'm showing you FAR 5A. This 5A pertains to rails. Actually, this pertains to rails. See, what are the main things which we have? Simple यार, आप अपने book close करके भी देख सकते हैं. FA 5 relates to rails and track. So, track बोले तो it includes sleepers, ballast, rails, and what else is there? Other track fittings. You have these 4 categories. Now, all the same 4 categories will be reflected in this particular are you not able to see this particular slide?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
It is visible now, FAR 5A.
Yes.
Okay. In this it is
5.8.
5A.
Sir, only we are seeing this fixed asset register, current assets and current liabilities, 3 pie chart.
No, I am now showing the FAR.
No, sir, it is not visible.
FARs I am showing actually now.
No.
I don't know why it's not visible here. I'm just stopping the share and again I'm sharing once again.
Okay.
Is it now visible?
1 minute.
Fixed asset register for rails.
The 2 open, sir.
Hit to open. Not showing.
Again closed. That's yes.
Again I'm opening. I'm sharing. Now?
No, sir.
Why is it paused actually here? I'm not pausing.
Just open in the desktop, then you please open share screen.
It is all opened. All these are open actually.
All these are opened at your desktop, na?
Yeah.
Now
All
again
these are-
that share screen and you can select already opened one.
Now,
Click this green button, sir, share screen.
yeah. I've clicked on it and share. Then it's not accepting at all.
There is a message appearing that Krishna Kumar has started screen sharing. Yeah.
Session.
Participants, please message in the chat box whether it is visible or not.
Not visible. Any FARs are not visible, I believe.
Yes, sir, not visible.
I'm able to see it. How do I do it now? It's not at all. Resume share. Okay. Has it resumed now?
Better you skip this one, sir, and we'll try after some time.
Good. You want me to continue speaking?
Yeah.
Fine. We'll do one thing. I've already shared all the FARs with all of you.
Yes, sir, already shared in the chat box to
box.
participants.
So let me not go into all the details. Now I'll just broadly give you an idea about what are there in the FARs. The first thing is in FAR 5, you have 5A, you have the rails. In 5B, you will be having the actually they are relating to sleepers. In 5C, you will be having for ballast, and 5D you will be having for other track fittings. You will be having other track fittings in 5D. Now, this is one particular methodology. That is, these are the things which you can see directly with yourself when you just open the FARs. Then you can, I would like to take you to FAR 6 actually. When you look at FAR 6, it relates to furniture actually. It relates to furniture. Now, recently, when the FARs were sent by this railway to railway board, most of the chartered accountants had returned the FARs which we gave to them. The reason for that being the FARs were the depreciation rate of depreciation was shown as wrong. What is the reason for that? The life of the asset was taken as 5 years instead of 10 years. Now that is what they considered as the period for furniture. In the similar manner for computers also, they have taken the same thing, where the life was taken as 3 years and we have shown it as 5 years. That differential has created a problem. So these two areas we had major problems. Just a few minutes back, I got a call from board.
Oh. కూర్చోండి. స్నాక్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. లేదు.
Hello. I think
Sir.
okay. Now I'm just taking you to this ARMS screen once again. Are you seeing the screen, Nageswara Garu?
Yes, sir.
We are allowed to get.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay. If the ARMS screen is visible, then I'll continue with the ARMS screen. Now, in this ARMS screen, you can see that you have all the FARs which have been uploaded. I'll just show you a few FARs, that is 12A, how it looks like. The 12A, 12 deals with low posts. Please remember 12, FAR 12 will be dealing with the low posts. Now, in this FARs also, you will be having the life of the asset, the rate of depreciation coming in. Accumulated depreciation is also taken into account here. Like this, you have for all the rest of the assets except land and building, except for land where you don't have the depreciation coming in. Now, the process of actually the entire accounting reforms statements being prepared is something like this. All the FARs will be uploaded by the accounting units. The accounting units will in turn upload the CSELs also, that is the current assets and current liabilities, and the details are already given everywhere in the statements which I have already uploaded. So that you can see. I think I've got a question from somebody. If anybody has any questions, you can raise. I will answer those questions.
Yeah.
And
Participants, any questions, please raise your hand.
any questions if you have, because what I'm finding is if you ask me questions, then the session becomes more interactive and it becomes easier. Anybody can raise questions, please.
Or else, yeah.
Yeah, Vicky.
Mr. Vicky, please unmute.
Vicky, you can ask me a question.
Sir, please T&P register. What is T&P register?
Tools and plant.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Very fundamental questions, yeah. Nice to have such fundamental questions क्योंकि हम लोग भी ढूंढना पड़ता है आंसर देने के लिए भी. We have to search for the answers sometimes.
Yeah, Vishwanath, please unmute.
Vishwanath, yeah, Vishwanath ji.
Good afternoon, sir. Plus, sir, please explain FAR, how many type of FAR and its categorically, please repeat, please tell me.
You want me to explain each and every FAR?
Yes, sir, how many types of FAR and categorically you kindly say, sir, repeat it.
See, the problem here is, I'll just give you a categorization straight away. FAR1 deals with land.
Yes.
FAR2, building.
Yes, sir.
FAR3, one second. FAR3 deals with bridges, flyovers, tunnels, and subways. FAR3.
Oh.
Then you have FAR4, which deals with roads and streets. Roads and streets.
Okay, sir.
FAR5 deals with the track. I think we have already seen it. FAR6 will deal with furniture.
Yes, sir.
FAR7 will deal with office equipment.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
FAR8 with vehicles. That means other than locos. We have vehicles also in offices, right?
Yes, sir.
Those things. And then we have FAR9, which deals with plant and machinery, especially with Lalaguda workshop and other places, workshops basically, and production units.
Yes, sir.
Then you have FAR10, which deals with computer and peripherals.
Yes, sir.
And FAR11 will be dealing with medical equipment.
Yes, sir.
FAR12 with locos, coaches, wagons. Three things, that is 12A, 12B, and 12C. You have three divisions again there. Then you have FAR13, which deals with capital works in progress. FAR13 will deal with capital works in progress. Okay. And FAR14 will deal with plant and machinery equipment, especially with signaling department. FAR15 will deal with plant and machinery equipment with telecom sector. FAR16, electrical equipment and fittings. FAR16 is electrical equipment and fittings. FAR17 is intangible assets. What is this intangible assets? Anybody? Intangible assets will refer to your assets like programs which you would have purchased in computers, some rights which we would have purchased from various parties if we have purchased any. All these things will come under intangible assets. So if we have purchased any intangible assets, we will fill it up only in FA17. We'll fill it up in FA17. Apart from this FA17, we have 18, wherein we have FAR18 will deal with conductor wires. These are all dealing with electrical equipment related to your lines, electrical lines which we are having in the country. 18A, 18B and 18C, all the three will be dealing with these areas. Even 18D is there, wherein you have this electrical department's details which come in. Now these are the various 18 FARs which are there. Vishwanath ji, is it sufficient? or do you require anything else? I think Mr. Karmakar,
Yeah, Akash, please unmute.
Mr. Akash Karmakar ji,
नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते, बोलिए।
सर आप जो अभी 18 कैटेगरी बताएं तो सर ये क्या याद करना पड़ेगा, जुबानी याद करना पड़ेगा या जरूरत नहीं है?
याद करना इम्पॉसिबल है यार।
जी सर। सर मेरा दूसरा क्वेश्चन है सर मेरा दूसरा क्वेश्चन है सर ब्लॉक अकाउंट और एसेट रजिस्टर का फिगर क्या रिकॉन्साइल्ड होता है? अगर
कभी नहीं हो सकता है, कभी नहीं हो सकता है।
अच्छा सर।
क्यों आप ही आंसर दे दो ना। अब आपका क्वेश्चन में ही आंसर है, बताइए
सर। क्योंकि हम लोग जानते हैं कि ब्लॉक अकाउंट है फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट जो रेलवे का ऑल फिजिकल एसेट्स का वैल्यू बताता है, जो एप्रोप्रिएशन अकाउंट के साथ जाता है सर। और फिक्स्ड एसेट रजिस्टर तो है सर ऑल फिजिकल एसेट्स जो रेलवे के पास है, जो एज्यूम करके वैल्यूएशन किया जाता है सर।
नहीं, एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है। See, you should know the methodology of how the block account is prepared and how an FAR is prepared. That is where the secret is.
Okay, sir.
Block account is prepared on the basis of your CAR card, right?
Sir, मतलब sir CAR.
Opening balances are carried forward, and the closing balances of previous year are carried forward, and your card details are added up, except for TWFA and DRF, where improvement element is added.
Okay, sir.
That is how the block account is compiled. Now, when you are talking about FARs, the FARs are prepared on the basis of a block which has been carried forward, added value to this year, minus accumulated depreciation. Depreciation की बात ही नहीं है ना यार।
Okay,
अपने ब्लॉक अकाउंट में
डिप्रिसिएशन का कोई जिक्र
बात ही नहीं होता है, ठीक है। TWFA का बात नहीं होता है।
जी सर, TWFA का बात नहीं होता है।
इंप्रूवमेंट एलिमेंट का बात नहीं होता है। कहां से आप ब्लॉक अकाउंट और FARs को टैली करेंगे?
ओके सर, दोनों का पैरामीटर्स अलग है।
दोनों का पैरामीटर्स अलग है, मेथोडोलॉजी अलग है। इन दोनों को आप मिक्स नहीं कर पाएंगे, याद रख लीजिए। यू कैन नॉट अराइव एट बोथ टुगेदर, ठीक है? And I have one more person who has lifted their hand. I think some doctor. Anybody has any other questions? I will take the questions if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, participants, any queries, please raise your hand.
Participants can ask their questions, please.
Hope no queries is there, sir. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, Akash.
आकाश जी बोलिए।
सर मेरा और एक क्वेश्चन था सर, जिसका जो एसेट का सर नॉर्मल लाइफ सर एक्सपायर्ड हो चुका है, लेकिन उसका कोई रिकॉर्ड्स अवेलेबल नहीं है सर रेलवे के पास, तो उसका सर क्या सर वैल्यूइंग का मेथड क्या है सर, इवैल्यूएशन का मेथड क्या है सर? नॉमिनल वैल्यू ₹1 लेके चलते हैं या वो चेंज हुआ है सर?
एक्चुअली आप किस स्पेसिफिक एसेट के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं?
सर कोई भी एसेट जिसका सर डेटा अवेलेबल नहीं है सर, उसके बारे में बात करें सर, जिसका सर कोटा लाइफ एक्सपायर्ड हो चुका है, लेकिन कोई हम लोगों के पास सर अभी तक कोई रिकॉर्ड्स अवेलेबल नहीं है, या तो सर जिसका लाइफ चल रहा है।
भैया एक one thing you remember, we don't have most of the places for land we don't have any records.
Okay sir.
Right? So what is the value we have taken for land? 1 rupee. Right?
Okay,
Where you don't have
sir.
So see, what is more important is capturing the current expenditure which is there and arriving at the cost of service rendered. That is very important.
Okay sir.
Without that,
cost
of service rendered is most important. We cannot go ahead without the cost of service rendered. आपको वो अराइव करने के लिए बहुत मुश्किल है. एक्चुअली इट इज ऑलमोस्ट इम्पॉसिबल टू अराइव एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ सर्विस रेंडर्ड विद द करंट मेथोडोलॉजी व्हाट वी आर हैविंग. ओके
ओके सर. ओके तो सर मैं जो क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि सर अभी भी नॉमिनल वैल्यू ₹1 लेके ही सर वैल्यूएशन
लैंड वैल्यू जहां पे वी डोंट हैव द करंट मार्केट रेट्स वी आर यूजिंग द सेम थिंग, राइट?
ओके सर. ओके सर इसमें एक प्रॉब्लम है सर. तो फिर सर एसेट्स का डिवैल्यूएशन नहीं हो जाता है सर?
एसेट का डिवैल्यूएशन
जी सर. ओरिजिनली सर रेलवे का के पास जितना भी एसेट है सर उसका डिवैल्यूएशन नहीं हो जाता है अगर मैं नॉमिनल वैल्यू ₹1 लेके चलो? सर मान लीजिए सर कोई माने स्क्रैप सर जो स्क्रैप्स है सर जो मतलब सर जो एसेट सर एक्सपायर्ड हो चुका है उसका सर एस्टिमेटेड स्क्रैप वैल्यू
there is only one asset wherein the value will be we are not appreciating. One major reason why we are not going in for an aggressive valuation is aggressive valuation माने हम लोग जो वैल्यू को बढ़ा के दिखाना. जैसे अगर आप एक हाउसिंग लोन लेना चाहते हैं, हाउसिंग स्टडीइंग लोन माने अपने बेटी को या बेटे को फॉरेन भेजना चाहते हैं तो अपना घर का वैल्यू बढ़ा के दिखा के आप बैंक से लोन ले सकते हैं. ऐसे is it correct that we are having that sort of approach? We should have a conservative approach. माने जितना कम दिखाए उतना अच्छा है.
Okay, sir.
See, remember this, the very principle of conservatism is there in your accrual system of accounting itself. You will be very conservative. And that is why we have taken it as one. Showing your value as lesser than what it is okay, yaar.
Okay, sir.
We are not going to अपना land गिरवी रख के हम कुछ नहीं लाने वाले हैं, ठीक है? It is only to arrive at the cost of service rendered that we are shifting to the accrual system of accounting. That's the major objective. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Anybody else has any questions? ARMS का full form है Accounting Reforms Management System. I think Mr. Avinash, Accounting Reforms Management System.
PSV, please unmute.
PSV? PSV?
Yeah, please unmute.
Yeah, I'm not getting your voice, please. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, my question is very simple, sir. We will not get by heart all these forms. If question comes for 15 marks question FAR and 5 marks question FAR, what would be called to write the exam, the pattern, how to write the exam for this?
Fundamentally, the FARs are meant to capture the accrual impact. One of the most important areas of accrual impact is depreciation.
Yes.
FARs actually calculate the accumulated depreciation. They are also used to carry forward the opening balances of the previous year. So FARs, CACLs, FARs are used mainly for reflecting the accumulated depreciation. And they are directly used to put it into the trial balance. Okay?
Am
I clear?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear? You can use the same language.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can use the same language. See, 5 marks question के लिए, 5 marks question के लिए, what you have to do is you have to write this 5 points. Don't write more than that.
Sir.
When it comes to your,
Yes,
if you are asked to write a 15 marks question, then you may have to redistribute the entire thing with the objective. You have to start with the objective, and you have to write the categories which are there, and then give the description of each one of the FARs which are there. And where are the mistakes which are being committed in the latest, in the recent past? The maximum mistakes have been committed by taking the life of the asset. Taking the life of the asset. You can also talk about the method of depreciation which is being followed in FARs. We can also talk about the method of depreciation. That is nothing but the straight line method, right? PSV?
Okay, sir. Thank you much. Right.
Fine.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Yeah, hope no queries, sir.
No queries?
No worries. I think, yeah, that was a brainstorming session on this FAR as far as accrual accounting and accounting reforms are concerned. Now, on behalf of the academy, I thank all the participants.
I think one more person has raised money.
Yeah, okay, let us go ahead. Yeah.
Espita Gupta, please unmute.
Ekshita Gupta? Gupta
Sir,
ji?
objective of FAR, sir. Sir, objective of FAR, sir.
Objective.
अभी तो बात किया बाबा,
Sir.
अभी तो हम बात कर रहे थे उसके बारे में. Objective of FARs, CACLs is to capture the accrual impact. To capture the accrual impact. Accrual impact में क्या impact है? Basically, what is that you're capturing in FARs? Accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation, and the same FARs are used for carrying forward the balance of the previous year. Expenditure incurred in this year, then arriving at the accumulated depreciation, the total depreciation for this year. तो forms देखो तो आपको ही पता चलेगा. Okay? I've already sent the forms to you, all of you. So I think Mr. P. Kumar has again raised another question.
Yeah, P. Kumar, please unmute.
P. Kumar जी.
सर आपने बताया कि मार्च का जीएसटी सर 20 अप्रैल तक भरते हैं.
हाँ.
तो जनवरी या फरवरी का कब तक भरते हैं सर, ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
हर महीने 20 तारीख को भरते हैं यार.
तो नेक्स्ट मंथ के 20 तारीख को.
अगले महीने 20 तारीख को. लेकिन आपको तो मार्च में अपना बुक्स क्लोज करते हैं ना?
यस सर.
वो पैसा कहाँ पे रखेंगे? सस्पेंस में रखते हैं.
सर सस्पेंस में, बिल्कुल
सस्पेंस में रख के करते हैं, इसीलिए इसको बोलते हैं करंट लायबिलिटीज.
थैंक यू.
करंट लायबिलिटी बोलते हैं. सीएल में रिकॉर्ड करते हैं. सीएल. फर्दर एनीबॉडी एल्स? बम्बन कुमार जी.
हाँ सर, गुड इवनिंग.
गुड इवनिंग
सर. बहुत सारे यहाँ पे जो है पीपीटी हमारे पास मिले हैं आपके द्वारा जो तैयार किए गए हैं. तो सर आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि एक क्लास और दीजिए, थोड़ा समझने का मौका दीजिए.
बाप रे बाप.
और
I thought this session itself was not fully utilized. Actually, I thought more questions will come. It is left to the organizers actually.
We'll plan, sir. We'll plan.
Yeah, please.
One more session.
सर ये चीज जो है बिल्कुल न्यू है रेलवे में, इसलिए इसको अच्छी तरीके से जानना समझना बहुत जरूरी है सर.
हाँ, जरूरी तो है.
हाँ, और बिल्कुल चूंकि इसमें जो है जैसे आप बताए, इसमें एफआर के बहुत सारे सेक्शंस बता रहे, 1 to लेके 1 to 18 तक बताए, तो सारी चीजों को एक एक बिंदुओं को अच्छे से समझना बहुत जरूरी है.
आप जो मटेरियल भिजाया, अगर आप एक बार पढ़े तो एक ही बार पढ़े तो बस पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा. बहुत आसान है, बहुत लूसिड है. ठीक है,
बिल्कुल ठीक है. थैंक यू सर.
ऐसा है सर, यदि जीएसटी 20 तारीख तक क्लियर नहीं हुआ, ये तो अर्निंग्स में जाते हैं, हम लोग को अर्निंग्स में ये जीएसटी जाते हैं. यदि 20 तारीख तक वो नहीं भेज पाए तो वो क्या डिपॉजिट में रहेंगे, डिपॉजिट मिसलेनियस में रहेंगे?
हाँ, डिपॉजिट मिसलेनियस जीएसटी में ही रहेगा. कौन? Ekshita Gupta ji, I think you are the one who is questioning that. Who is the one who is asking this question, please? You know who is speaking? Hello, GST पे क्वेश्चन पूछे थे, कौन है?
Vishwanath, please tell.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
See, this GST, what happens is actually from earnings, it is
Yes.
directly to deposit book, deposit
Miscellaneous.
GST.
Give GST. Yes.
45, 46 और 48.
हाँ. Yes sir.
46 and 48 में आ जाके बाहर जाएगा.
Yes sir.
उसके बाद हम लोग जब पेमेंट करते हैं किसको डेबिट देते हैं? डिपॉजिट मिसलेनियस जीएसटी को डेबिट दे दे के
देखिए
क्लियर करते हैं। तो ये पैसा बैठा हुआ है, लेकिन जब अक्रूवल अकाउंटिंग में जाएंगे इसको करंट लायबिलिटी बोलते हैं। They will
Yes,
call
sir.
this current liability.
current liabilities, yes sir.
So because you are calling this as current liability, you are categorizing this as current liability, your deposit से निकाल के आपको payment compulsory करना है। There are some types of deposits wherein you don't have to pay. They will be with you forever.
Yes sir.
Without, I mean, money security deposit on a particular happening or on a contingency, you will take it out, right?
Yes sir.
That's a different type of deposit. Lekin this deposit has to be paid in the next month.
Yes sir.
That is why you will take it into current liabilities. You will take it into current liabilities.
लाइबिलिटी। लेकिन सर कभी कभी हम लोग देखते हैं ये 20 तारीख तक वो क्लियर नहीं किया है, कोई सेक्शंस को ये क्लियर नहीं हुआ है, उस स्थिति में ये क्या हम लोग को अर्निंग्स में वो महीने के लिए वो
You can't transfer to earnings. Deposit miscellaneous GST में जो है earnings में कभी नहीं देना है।
अच्छा अच्छा
समझ गए?
ओके सर।
GST का कभी नहीं करना है।
अच्छा अच्छा ओके सर।
You can't transfer it. You should not transfer it.
ओके सर।
Anybody else? Anybody else has questions, please? Ranjan Kumar ji. Hello, Ranjan Kumar ji.
Submit.
Ranjan Kumar ji.
Yeah, Mr. Ranjan, please unmute. Yeah.
Ranjan ji.
सर जीएसटी कैसे कैसे लगता है? जीएसटी
हाँ
कितना % लगता है?
एक क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आया भैया।
What is the percentage of GST is asking? It is on different.
What's the percentage of GST? अलग अलग सर्विसेज और गुड्स के लिए अलग अलग रेट्स होते हैं भैया। 0 से 1% से लेके 28% तक है, उसके ऊपर भी जीएसटी है, सेस बोल के उसको बोलते हैं। ठीक है,
ठीक है सर।
हाँ I think Mani,
sir.
I think we'll close.
Yeah, we'll close. Okay. Thank you. That was once again an excellent session. On behalf of the Academy, I thank all the participants. I also thank the speaker of the day, Sri D. Krishna Kumar, AFA Books. Thank you one and all. Just to remind, tomorrow's topic will be on tenders and contract. The login timing will be at 14:45 hours. Session will start at 15 hours. Thank you one and all.